Hi, this is Dr. Brian Castelein with Brighton Foot and Ankle. And we're in Michigan, and today we have pristine Michigan weather behind us. It's gray, it's snowy, I think it's gonna rain here in a little bit. We had 6 to 8 inches of snow overnight, and kids aren't in school today. We've got perfect conditions for slipping and falling. Falling is a big deal here in Michigan. 30% of Michiganders aged 65 years and older fall once a year. This can be a pretty big deal, especially when 1 of 5 of those falls ends in kind of a serious complication. Serious defined as head trauma or fracture. Ankles are the 3rd most common location for us to fracture. For Medicare statistics, for 1,000 people who are Medicare recipients, 8.3 people out of that 1,000 sustain an ankle fracture each year. So with those numbers, ankle fractures and falls are a big part of our practice. They're a big deal for us. They're things that need to be evaluated and treated. If you're sustaining a fall and continued ankle or foot pain, especially pain that's lasting more than 2 or 3 days, it's probably a good idea to grab a quick x-ray and check out and see if there's a fracture. Now, these fall fractures from ice and slipping out in the conditions like we have today, they're usually kind of low to medium energy. High energy being these big traumas. You know that something's really wrong with it. For these low energy slips and falls, they're gonna present a little differently. People sometimes don't even know that they have a broken bone, especially to the outside portion of the ankle. So that's where getting an x-ray is really important. There are x-ray studies that show ankle fractures are 3 to 5 times more likely to happen in December than in May or June. So getting it evaluated, getting it under x-ray is a big deal. Typically what we're seeing in an ankle fracture is we're looking out here on the outside portion of the ankle and we're looking at the fibula. This bone is most commonly broken, sometimes below the ankle, sometimes at the ankle, or sometimes all the way up here well above the ankle. Now this is a non-weight bearing bone, meaning sometimes people just have nagging pains in the outside portion of their ankle or their leg and they're not sure that they have it broken. When a little bit more energy or a little bit more force happens in the ankle, usually the fibula is still broken, but sometimes we have the inside portion of the ankle called the medial malleolus as part of the tibia being involved in the fracture. This, the medial mal plus the fibula being fractured, is going to be called one of our bimalleolar fractures, and this unfortunately does need to go to the operating room, does need to get fixed right away. So in weather like today, it's important to stay nice and safe, to watch your footing, and if there is a good slip or fall, well, to have it evaluated if you're continuing to have pain over a few days, because sometimes these fractures can be lurking. As always, stay safe out there. Thanks again.